Hello, people of Earth. This is Dan Lockhart of the Rider of the Valkyrie Dan Lockhart YouTube channel. And this is my Season 4, Episode 6. In this episode, I'm riding into town, testing out my new Purple Panda lavalier mic to see how it works. And I'm getting blown away by the wind. Well, still working on the microphone thing. I've got the Purple Panda plugged in, lavalier, and I am recording. Have to make a run into town. Let's see what's going on. I went to town earlier this morning because I need to get a vaccine for COVID booster shot because Karen and I are going on a trip. And the chosen method of transportation requires COVID vaccine. I just closed my visor, and even to me it sounds like I'm in a little bit of a tunnel, but that could also be one of those canceling headphones and my helmet. When I went down there earlier this morning, I swear the wind had to be blowing 30-40 miles an hour easily. I don't mind the headwind, and I don't mind the tailwind. I hate the crosswind. It blows. Alrighty. Twenty matches. It's just been the windiest year so far. We lived several years up here, and it was very quiet in the springtime. In the last 2 springs, it's been very windy. Two winter seasons ago, the state record for wind gusts was set up on Monarch Ski Mountain, just about an hour away from here. I think it was something like 127 miles an hour, I had a guess. Hard to believe. I hope that this microphone can pick up some of the engine sound, because I think this motor has a very, very spectacular sound to it. Flat 6, 1,832 cc. There we go. Here's the wind. Get out and open a little bit. Starts to wiggle you around. So I'll let you listen to this at the turn here. Up to speed. can see up there, it looks a little bit dusty. I think it's the wind is blowing so hard it's picking up some of the dust, which is a little unusual by itself. But my wife told me too there was a fire that's happening in New Mexico right now too. See, look at this flag right here. Look at that. Straight out. My bike weighs 750 pounds. So it's not too bad in the wind. You still really have to pay attention. Like I said, I don't mind a headwind, a tailwind, but the crosswind, like right here, I do not like that. Oh. Feel that? Whee. When I first started riding when I was younger, I had a Kawasaki 2-stroke. I think it was something like 250cc. I rode that thing once from Denver down to like the Taos, New Mexico area, and I rode in a crosswind for hours. I was like leaning my bike into this wind just for hours on end. Pretty weird. So after I get my vaccine, I'm gonna prepare to get into bed for a few days, because the first shot and the second shot was just like having COVID all over again. Karen and I both got COVID in 2020, like in March of 2020 when it was first kicking off. What happened up here at the ski resort is there were people that were coming to Colorado from Italy, and they were able to track the first cases back to some of the people that had been in Italy on ski vacations, and then they came to Colorado. And so Karen teaches yoga in Crested Butte. So she has close contact with a lot of people, and you know, the only contact that I was having with people was in our ski locker or on the ski mountain somewhere. But we both got it back in March 2020. So you know, that was back when they wouldn't even test you. We were only really testing people that were going into the hospital. Because it was so intense when it initially took off, and what did they know about it, how much. But the other thing is, I knew that I had to get this vaccine because the trip that we're going on, didn't want to get hit in the face with that plastic bag there. The trip that we're going on, we're going to be on a cruise. So again, we're going to be in close quarters, and the cruise line, Oceano's already stated that everybody that is going to be on the cruise, passengers and crew alike, will have to be vaccinated within 270 days of the sail date. So that's coming up here pretty soon. We're going to be on board the ship for something like 13 days. So this, we've been trying to get this trip done for 3 years. Actually, we had actually booked a trip and paid for it the week before they started having all those cruise ships out in the Pacific that people were getting sick. We booked our trip the week before that was announced on the news. So we were committed to it back then. So it's been 3 years since we tried to get this thing done. Obviously the first 2 years were canceled due to COVID. Hopefully we'll be able to go this year. Yeah, it's blowing pretty hard still. I think it's blowing just about as hard as it was when I came into town earlier. But should have a little bit of a tailwind going back home. See how fast those clouds are moving up there. So right now I have the microphone is positioned on the right side, just slightly above my mouth on the right side, and it'll be interesting. I wonder if I remember to plug it back in. There's it's a two-part connection. There's a TRS adapter that goes to the GoPro adapter, and then actually the lavalier mic goes to the TRS adapter. So you gotta remember to plug all that crap in. Yeah, right now I'm experimenting with different positions on the helmet to get the best mic feed. Try this again. Start with the visor down this time. I do have a pin lock insert on my visor, and I think it helps keeping get fogged over when it's cool. So I have one of the little dead cat, I guess you call them, covers on this microphone. Hopefully it'll cut some of that wind noise down. hopefully you won't be able to hear me breathing. Sometimes I feel like Dirty Harry when I'm riding on the highway, because I can't remember if I'm in top gear or not. Like, did you shift 4 times or did you shift 5 times? Well, did you, punk? Yeah, I watched Dirty Harry yesterday, in case you can't tell. The original Dirty Harry. This is a 44 Magnum. It can blow your head clean off. You have to ask yourself one question. Well, do you feel lucky, punk? Well, do ya? It's easy to take the Valkyrie over the speed limit without even really thinking about it. Yeah, this one year it'd be nice to get through the season without any fires or whatever in our state or in neighboring states. Anyway, back to my shot. I just got it. The pharmacist was she's pretty good with that. I didn't even feel it at all. Chunky road right there. But I can guarantee you by this afternoon, my arm is gonna be killing me. By tomorrow I'm gonna have fever and all that. So, yay. And see, I don't even actually believe in the vaccines that much either, because, you know, people could still get COVID even with the vaccine. So, what's the point? You don't die as bad when you get the vaccine, get COVID and die. I don't know. Whatever. COVID vaccine does not prevent COVID. What's it do? Maybe they should wear 4 masks too. I'll keep all my COVID in my motorcycle helmet. Whee! This is where I hit a really bad crosswind. Something about the little valley right there. I'm feeling it, but not quite as much as when I went down to town the first time. Side over, what's going on? Oh, street sweeping. Now you get an idea how windy it is. Man, I complain a lot about the wind, don't I? Well, that's how long we've been having it up here. Very unusual windy season so far. The river's up pretty good. Put the Civic up on that house about 4 weeks ago. And like right after the wind started blowing hard. I'm surprised there's any of it that's still staying on that building. Thank you. You're welcome. My new leather jacket is really working out well for these early season rides. Very comfortable.